glory to the Most High. You know, I wanted to come through today. Quick message: a righteous boundary. What does that mean? What does that look like? And why should we have boundaries? Well, when I think about a boundary in the physical sense, I think about something that is either protecting or something that making sure we got some rules and regulations for the space that we in. So why do we need boundaries? To be able to identify your space so that nobody come in your space, and also for protection. You know, when something has a boundary around it, a gate around it, you can conclude that whatever is inside that gate, that it is the gate owners. And also, you might have something inside that gate or inside that boundary that may be very valuable. So you want to protect it. We need to have righteous boundaries, my brothers and sisters. A protection around our minds, a protection around our spirits to be able to conclude and stand apart in the space that we need to. And a lot of people, it get to the point where, do you let people cross your boundaries? Or are you a habitual boundary crosser? Do you cross other people's boundaries? And knowing what comes along with that, when you cross somebody's boundaries, when you invade their space, let's just say they got the right to make sure that they holding their space down. So crossing anybody's boundaries, is that truly a good thing? And if somebody tell you not to do something, or somebody has a gate up and say, hey, do not enter into my facility. I got a boundary set up. I got a gate set up. Do not enter. You feel me? Are you going to obey that sign? Are you going to obey someone's boundaries? Are you going to look at that boundary and say, hey, man, I'm crossing? Because what happens after that? What happens when you cross somebody's boundary? You know there are certain rights that you have, that if somebody crosses your boundary, if somebody invades your space without you allowing them to, there's a certain law. You feel me? Hey, Truth Rises, what's going on? Peace and blessings to you, my brother. Hey, just going on an AM stroll right now. Wanted to come through with a quick message about righteous boundaries and why we should set them, and what does that truly mean? What does it truly look like having a boundary, having a righteous boundary in your life? And many times people overstep their boundaries. Like, no should be no. And you should be able to tell people no without them trying to surpass into your space of making you feel uncomfortable of whatever it is. And this is what I consider too, man. You don't really have a lot of people with that consciousness or awareness of even saying, oh, that's a gate, that means do not enter. Oh, that's a boundary, that means don't cross that. You have a lot of people in this day and age that literally, how can I say, for lack of better words, developmentally delayed. There are a lot of people diagnosed with developmental delays in society as of right now, to the point where they don't comprehend boundaries. They're not really understanding what do not enter means. They're not understanding social cues that say, hey, I got boundaries as a person. Don't cross them. Don't touch me. And for someone to cross your boundaries, for somebody to touch you, for somebody to do something that you just don't like, and you already made that barrier, you already put up that gate, you already put up that wall, and someone continuously keeps on crossing that boundary, just know that you got rights, my brothers and sisters. Hey, for real, I had to tell a pastor one time, hey, do not touch me. That's my boundary. Don't put your hand on me. Don't, you feel me? Don't try to come up behind me and hug me or nothing. And lo and behold, he crossed my boundary. And righteously, I felt some type of way. Righteously, I didn't feel like he had permission to touch me. Even if it was on my shoulder, even if it was trying to dap me up or give me a hug or something. I told you, don't touch me. You got people in this world right now who don't really comprehend boundaries, yet alone righteous boundaries, especially in this world. And if y'all in the chat, man, go on ahead and hit it with a double tap, man. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, in this AM. And I just want to express something about having boundaries in this day and age. It's very pivotal. It's very important that you have boundaries and you have a set space that you are in that you feel safe. You're comfortable. Nobody should be able to invade your space and make you uncomfortable. You know, hey, these people want to make you the enemy when you put boundaries on them and check them. And then that's the thing too, because it's like, hold on, I told you don't do this. Truth rises, man. I said I like this. And if you do something that I don't like, you just cross my boundary. Don't do that. You really get the comprehending and knowing that people just don't have awareness and consciousness, especially in this day and age. I'm pointing this out, family, because I just want to be able to make sure that my brothers and sisters who tap in with me, we have that ability to see people who are crossing boundaries, who are habitual boundary crossers, and know how to operate effectively with individuals like that. And what does that even mean? What does that look like? Well, we're going to have to write it down on a piece of paper. We're going to have to take some data of how many times each spew be crossing boundaries and then just sit them down and let them understand, hey, are you not listening to what I'm saying? Or is it the way that I'm displaying a message to you, you're not comprehending? And that's what I see. A lot of people, they just don't comprehend when you're talking to them. So you may need to communicate in different ways. You may need to slow down your speech here and there, or you may need to display a visual. You may need to operate in a different way to be able to spread this message to people, because we are literally living in that day and age where people are crossing other people's boundaries, and that could be putting other people in a position that is not safe. Hear me out. You don't want to be in no position where you're not safe. When you're in a position where you don't feel safety, when you're in a position where you do not feel security, guess what? Is that going to be peaceful? Is that going to be a loving position? Are you going to be able to make decisions in righteous movements? You know? But it is what it is, especially in this day and time, man. We got to be able to set these boundaries. And not only set these boundaries, but make people accountable for when they cross these boundaries. Make them aware. Hey, you see this gate? Do not cross this gate. Every time you cross this gate, you could be liable for recompenses. A lot of people, they'll jump the gate and act like they ain't do nothing wrong after you told them don't cross this gate. And Father, Father who is in heaven, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. At this point, and that's all you can truly do as far as even setting boundaries and hoping and praying that people respect these boundaries. But it gets to that point in time where you got to acknowledge many individuals, they feel as though to be able to just cross people's boundaries, they don't really consider other individuals. But I hope they consider this. God sees all, God hears all, God knows all. So God knows if a person is over here and they're a habitual boundary crosser. God knows if a person is over here and they instinctively hop gates. God knows, hears, and sees people who are serial boundary crossers. Meaning that whatever you're doing in life, you got people that just they see a boundary, they see a boundary and they look at that boundary as an obstacle. They trying to get over the boundary. Whole time the boundary is set so that you can feel safe and that they can feel safe. But since they're serial boundary crossers, hey, let God. But continue to move accordingly, my brothers and sisters. Continue to pray, fast, be in consistent supplication unto the Lord. Set your boundaries, man. And if it makes other people feel uncomfortable because you're setting boundaries, guess what? Let them let them be uncomfortable. Let other people be uncomfortable because you set a boundary. And that only says something about you, and that says something great about them. But much love, my brothers and sisters. I'm gonna get at y'all next time.